BattleBit devs made me my own custom AK-74 skin, and it is badass. I got to tell the Liquid Horse what I wanted in a live stream, and he modeled it on the spot based on the really cool explosive AK from the movie Elysium. Kind of a lesser known sci-fi movie that honestly wasn't all that great, but it had some very cool ideas behind it, one of which was this smart AK that shot explosive rounds. So I got to ask for this AK and then watch it be created in front of my own eyes in about an hour and a half, which was awesome. And it turns out it's kind of a cool way to confirm my identity in game.
Yo, LevelCap Gaming, is that you, gang?
What's up, dude?
Nah, no shot.
Check out my gun skin.
No
what do you
shot.
think, dude? What do you think?
Whoa, dude. What the fuck?
You like?
I think I'm gonna go run out in your name. Here we go.
And he was never seen again. Now, funny enough, my weapon skin was added to the game at the same time that the BattleBit 2.0 update came out. I want to get into all those details right after a quick word from today's sponsor. Hawked is the new free-to-play PvPvE extraction shooter that's finally been made. Something more accessible and fun and less about putting on a camo and camping in the bushes. Although you can technically be a bush in this game. Hawked is currently in open beta, and you can team up with a party of 3 and explore the island of Exile as you avoid booby traps, fight creatures, solve puzzles, collect artifacts, and fight other players to extract your gear. And once extracted, you can then rank up your abilities and improve your character, like this cool jello wall thing that actually stops bullets. Also, you can kind of hoverboard your way around the island in these sweet chase scenes. Check out Hawked today by clicking the link in the video description. Again, it's free to play, so go give it a shot. Alright, back to the 2.0 update, and it is a massive update. It also required me to sort of rework the attachments on my AK-74 because extended mags now have this huge running penalty. You'll want to look at all your weapon setups and see what you got going on there. If you feel like you're moving around sluggishly in game, it's probably because you have like the extended mag on, and it's like a crazy run penalty. I'm not sure I entirely agree with all of the changes here, but yeah, weapon attachments, they probably still need a bit of work. Now, I'll be honest, according to the developers AMA, it sounded like their progress with BattleBit was going to be more on the slow side, but this 2.0 update is huge. They've completely revamped the level up progression system. It's basically 3 times faster than it was. I was leveling up 1 to 2 times per match, and I'm in my 80s right now, which normally is a pretty slow time, so this is great. It means I'm going to get some new weapon unlocks very quickly, and if you're just getting into the game, that level grind is going to be way less punishing. Unfortunately, it's not retroactive, so if you put in like 100 hours to the game, you're not going to have it count as like 300 hours. You're still going to be stuck at the same level you were before. You'll just be progressing faster now. The Vector finally got a massive nerf at range, which I think most people can agree with, but if you pick it up and you think you're going to be doing great, well, think again. Apparently the Groza is kind of the new king of the fast-firing CQB weapons. Shot flinch has been massively reduced, thank God for that. Basically, it's going to make a lot of the semi-auto weapons much more usable now. Previously, if you got hit in a firefight with a semi-auto, it would basically flinch your shot so much that you're basically guaranteed to lose that firefight. So this is a huge change. Vehicles now reward different amounts of XP for destroying them, so you're not going to get like 1800 XP for blowing up a quad bike that somebody's not on anymore. And engineers actually get 2.5 times vehicle destruction XP, so that's a huge encouragement to actually play engineers for taking out vehicles rather than just shooting RPGs at infantry the whole time. Although I think people are still going to do that. Also, the vehicles have seen a ton of tweaks to them. Helicopter sensitivity and controls have all been massively updated. Apparently the sensitivity in helicopters was tied into your frame rate, so it could fluctuate a bit. Which is not a good thing. Also, they've added in stuff where like if you shoot an APC in the rear, it'll now take double damage. So there's going to be some angled shot damage modifiers now, which is kind of bringing things up to par with like Battlefield games. It seems like they're slowly trying to make the assault class a bit more competitive, as it now has more armor options to customize its class, and it has access to more weapons to just make it more versatile. I don't know if it's going to make it popular yet, but we'll have to wait and see. bandaging now heals you for 40 health in addition to stopping the bleeding. So you can actually gain some of your health back, and it means you're not 100% reliant on a medic to get your health all the way to the top. I think we can all agree that the medic spam gameplay in this is a bit too rewarding on the point side of things, so allowing players to at least get some of their health back, I think, is a good thing, especially considering just how dense a lot of the matches are. I mean, you're going to be taking damage left, right, and center. Being able to heal a little bit on your own doesn't seem like it's going to be overpowered. There's also a completely brand new attack boat in the game, the RCB 90. I haven't tried it yet, but it looks cool. Supports and engineers can now build barbed wire, which is very cool. I'm kind of curious to see what other kind of buildables they're going to progress towards in the game. I'm seeing more and more building happening in firefights and across maps, and it really is a fun way to mix things up, especially on the bigger, more open maps. The map Wine Paradise has been expanded to support 254 players now, and there's been tons of map tweaks. There's a huge list of everything that they changed, from moving entire objective areas around the map and moving locations and all that stuff. It's really cool to see how much they can change from one patch to another. It's so much faster when you compare it to, say, Battlefield or other games. They've made a bunch of UI improvements. Squads no longer auto lock, which is a huge thing. It means you can actually change squads on the fly much more easily. You can use this to either find a better spawn situation, or if you're just not enjoying your squad, they're not playing on the same level that you want to be playing on, you can just switch really easily. You'll also now get points for destroying enemy claymores and mines. Before, it was just a good thing to do to try and save yourself or save your teammates, and now you'll actually be rewarded points for it. Clan submissions are now open, but you have to hit Prestige 1 before you can do that. You now have the option to host community servers with a community server API, and you can even access different game modes like the voxel mode that kind of looks like Minecraft FPS. It actually looks pretty darn cool, and it just seems like the devs are running at a breakneck pace right now to get their game into a better state. I kind of understand where they're coming from, where the devs were talking about needing to inject as much content as possible as quickly as possible, because that's the nature of the game industry right now. If they kind of just sit on their success, well, it'll slowly fade away. So it's really encouraging to see them adding so much stuff so quickly. There are definitely some major issues that the game still needs. I think the biggest one that so many people keep focusing on is just the little blue markers of all your friendlies on the screen at all the time. It makes it so hard to target identify at times when you're surrounded by a lot of soldiers. Basically, the chaos of combat, it can be very easy to see an enemy player run right past you and you have no idea, simply because the UI markers are all over the place. Also, I've noticed on Reddit there's a lot of complaining about playing the same major maps over and over again. That seems to be what happens with the voting system at the moment, and I know the devs talked about trying to create more of a rotation system where the system would force you to vote on some less popular maps from time to time, just to keep the variety moving. Anyway, I'll think of some ways to give out my weapon skin code over the coming months and or year. Next up, check out this video that gets into all the things you want to do to tweak your in-game audio to get the best performance possible. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. This is LevelCap signing off.